You really think that $1 million today will solve your problems for the rest of your life? This ain't gonna be a kind of video where I talk about stocks, crypto, and some cool hacks that can make you fabulously rich tomorrow. Because frankly speaking, all of them are useless until you understand and apply main principle and start investing into something that I'm about to review right now. The studies show that 70% of people who receive inheritance or win a lottery end up broke within just few years because they simply have a poor mindset and can't retain that money. So money itself won't solve any of your real issues unless you understand the fundamental things you need to invest in that will build your wealth and give you the security of never becoming broke. The things that 1% of the world's wealthiest people invest in. And creating your own business is not a remedy because 90% of startups fail. Today, the speed of change is so high that business models stop working and become commodities in a single year. So you need something that you can rely on for your entire life, and no one could steal it from you. History shows many cases of highly rich individuals getting broke, like Mike Tyson, MC Hammer, and Nicolas Cage, and many others who would eventually improve and rectify their financial situation only because they had something they were investing in through their entire lives. So there is certainly a path, and I wouldn't know it if I haven't been totally broke at the age of 28, right after my first business crashed, when I couldn't even afford to go to the cinema with my wife. So I decided to make a research on a highly rich individuals and found that there were some common things they focus on. Like Toni Braxton, who could recover from her bankruptcy because she had developed herself in the music and entertainment industry. And despite facing financial difficulties in the past, Nicolas Cage has continued acting in numerous films. His prolific output has reportedly helped him to pay off debts and stabilize his financial situation. Steve Jobs could make Apple one of the biggest companies in the world because he was one of the greatest marketers of all time. Warren Buffett is the greatest investor in the world. Do you see the pattern? And while some great people were broke in a certain part of their lives due to different reasons, all of them had some highly developed skills like acting, boxing, marketing, and others which secured their wealth along their life. So knowledge and developing certain skills is one of the main things you should invest your time and money. I've never studied hard, not in school, not in university, and yet was able to build a multi-million-dollar company. And there are a lot of other ultra-rich individuals who are not highly erudite but still could build empires because academic knowledge is not a key knowledge you should focus on. I'm not telling you to quit your school or university, and there are other reasons beside knowledge that we'll talk later. Meanwhile, knowledge is super important to be able to build wealth and become rich, and is a key element to your financial freedom. When I got broke, I understood that I need to build some skills to get up on the ground, so I started to invest a lot of time acquiring knowledge about creating digital products, IT, entrepreneurship. And you should invest in knowledge a lot, but be very precise in what you learn and understand if and how it can help you grow. And stop telling yourself that you don't have money for a great education, because you can basically take it for free like you're doing it now. There are plenty of other options that can provide you with a great knowledge with the cost of a single meal. The hardest thing is to find the best amount of the noise of today's abundance, and for this you need a good network. People who can recommend and share their insights into how this world really works. This brings us to the second main principle: invest in your network. The world's biggest companies are a partnership of people like Larry Page and Sergey Brin, who met at Stanford University. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak met through their mutual friend Bill Fernandez. Brian Chesky and Joe Gebbia met while attending Rhode Island School of Design. So schools, universities, and courses are not only places where you can get knowledge, but also one of the best places to grow your network. And Tim Sanders said, your network is your network. You have to understand that if you want a better life, you have to have a better people surrounding you. You can make a simple test. Take at least 10 people from your closest network, people whom you can call dude, and write down their income. How much you think they earn by the lifestyle they do. Or maybe you simply know their income. Then make an average from those and you might see a magic start happening. The average of your friend's income should be super close to yours. In case it's not, it can be 50% or more higher, which is a good sign and means they're in a good environment that can grow you. But if it's lower, then it's a bad sign, because how bad it may sound, it means they are dragging you down and you need to cut them up. So if your close people's income is the same or lower, you need to change this as soon as possible. But don't be rude. Life is very long and people whom you meet today might be a president in 10, 20, 30 years. All people whom you meet during your entire life matter. So in order to change your network, you have to make a massive behavioral change. Once you do it, your previous network will fall off organically because you'll have less similar interest. And this brings us to the third main principle. Invest in your mindset, habits, routines, rituals. All highly effective and successful people have different routines and rituals that help them stay effective and drive success. Like Warren Buffett, who reads Wall Street Journal and Financial Times every morning. Oprah Winfrey starts her day with meditation to enhance her productivity during the day. Richard Branson wakes up at 5 a.m. to do his morning exercises to boost his energy for the day. And you need to find your own rituals that help you stay motivated, energized, and effective. Reach out and listen to those around you who earn 2-3 times more. What are their principles? How do they perceive their life situation? What are their routines, and try to embed it with you. If you don't have friends with a higher income, read books, watch interviews of successful people, go to the places where they may gather, like luxury hotels, restaurants, even just for a coffee, to be able to feel them, listen to how they interact with others, watch how they move, and charge with that energy. And studies show that up to 95% of our decisions are made unconsciously. So your mindset is your unconscious reaction to the reality. And it's impossible to become wealthy if you rely on the remaining 5. In case your 95 are not programmed correctly. So this is it. This is the 3 main things you should invest in your time and money through your entire life. And everything else can be next. Thanks for watching it till the end. Hopefully this leads you to the right thoughts and path. And I want you to succeed. And if you find this helpful, please make your reaction so I can hear you. And let me know if there is anything you want me to uncover in more details. See you in the next video.